And we're live. Hello, my name is Cindy. Welcome to my channel. Yeah, I work for VIP Kid, and I just wanted to make this video because I have a friend that sent me a package, and we like to show on lives. We like to open our packages, especially during this difficult time that we're going through. And I was just really excited to get this package. This is from my friend Meredith. And Meredith was someone I was going to meet when I was planning on going to Journey in Atlanta. It was March 13th. I had a plane ticket to go all the way to Atlanta. Hello, Mindy. I watched some of your videos today. You probably saw my comments. They were awesome. You are a really, really great video maker. And they were very interesting videos. And I wanted to tell you, Mindy, um, I do a lot of things. Like I'm always, doing this, doing that. And, I'm like, boy, this girl is someone who does way more things than I do. You have a lot of things that you are interested in. I like that. I really like that. I loved all of those different things. So if you have not seen Mindy's videos, Mindy, what is your channel? I think it's just Teacher Mindy, right? Teacher Mindy Danforth or Teacher Mindy. So go check her out. Her videos are great. I have not done the, yeah, you have way less children. Yeah. I have not done the video on 10 things that I like. That's still coming. 10, we were challenged to do a video, 10 things that you like, and then 5 things that you're planning on doing during this time of social distancing, more like isolation and anxiety, I think I'm ready to call it. But yeah. So anyway, a diversion, right? I just wanted a diversion, and my son went up and got the mail, and I have not looked in here. This is mail from my friend Meredith. I have not met her in person. I met her because she came to my lives, and um, she just seemed like she would always show up during my lives. I don't know what she's doing right now, but I do have a regular live on Saturday mornings at 9:15 a.m. And she would show up, and we wanted to meet up. And she lived not too far from Atlanta. And because I had to cancel, she went ahead and stuck something in the mail for me. That was really sweet. And so I am opening it right now. I'm so excited. So, how are you guys doing? Well, Mindy lives on a farm, so it looks like she's probably pretty good um, social distancing. She has plenty of things to do. She's away from crowds, and it looks like things are going well for her. It's hard. It's hard for people with little kids if they don't have space and everything. I have space, but I also have older kids that are really kind of getting antsy. They want to see people, and yeah. Anyway, so here we go. I'm really excited. So let's see. Oh, awesome. It's a scarf. Okay. She knows I love scarves. Awesome. She knows I love scarves. I usually wear scarves every time I come online. If I don't, I made a mistake usually. I try to grab one. And now that I've been wearing them a lot, honestly, I get cold. My neck gets cold. This scarf right here was given to me from Evelyn. She gave me a package of things a while back. I can't remember if it was for Christmas or what, but I loved it. I kind of waited to wear it because I wanted to wear it in the spring. Okay. And Meredith, how sweet. A gift card to Dollar General. Oh, that is so nice. And a little card. How thoughtful. Hope this finds you well and happy. I wish I could have given it to you in person. Better late than never. I'm glad I found you YouTubers group, and I feel like I'm getting to know everyone. even though I'm not a YouTuber. Maybe one day, maybe she will be. Enjoy your gift. Welcome to Georgia Gift next year and use the gift card for a giveaway on one of your lives. Oh, that's a great idea. You are so inspirational. Thank you. Wow, that is so awesome. Thank you so much. That is great. I actually do have a giveaway because I went over 200 subscribers, and I am going to announce that tomorrow. I think what I'll do tomorrow for my, no, I'm not going to do it tomorrow actually, because tomorrow I am going to be interviewing Todd Wells. Todd Wells is on the Christian VIP Kid Christian Teachers Facebook group, and I have just enjoyed his posts so much. Hello, Evelyn. And I have interacted him with a lot through the years. I mean, I was on that group when he was like, how do I get bookings? I'm not getting any bookings. I really want this thing to work. And he was kind of at a loss. He wasn't, he was frustrated, and people would encourage him along the way, and then he took off, and now he's doing great. He gets booked really well, and I just love his stories. He has the greatest stories, and so I just can't wait to see him tomorrow, and I hope you guys can come to my live tomorrow. I normally meet at 9:15 a.m. on Saturday mornings, and that's a regular for me. But tomorrow I'm going to make it an interview. And so originally this was scheduled like before the lockdown. So we're just going to keep it the same, and he's ready to answer some questions. And if anybody has any questions for him, make sure that you participate. It'll be really great. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. I know this is kind of random. I just came on. I shared a gift. I love it. It's the St. Patrick's Day scarf. It's so pretty. I love it. And this was from Meredith. Meredith and I were supposed to meet up at Journey. And so we're really disappointed that we weren't able to meet up. I was supposed to meet up with Teacher Christy, and I was really looking forward to making a video there at the Marriott. But the timing did work out that I was able to cancel, and everything got crazy like right after. I think I canceled when I heard that the NBA was canceled. I'm like, there's more to this situation than I'm hearing. And if they're canceling the entire NBA, yeah, I'm going to play it safe. And I did not get my money back or anything. I just said, I'm better to be safe than to try to pursue something that, and they did have a few people that actually met at the Marriott, and they had a little video. We had a little Facebook group, and they had a little video of the actual meetup. And so they did meet up, and hopefully everybody's good and healthy still. And so how are you guys? I know Evelyn needs prayer. Her husband is in a bad situation, and they say he needs surgery, and just pray for that situation. Evelyn, I did get my seeds planted. Um, I did not put plastic over them yet. I think you saw the pictures, but I did put them in the window. So I have some seeds planted, and I know Mindy's a wonderful gardener. Danny is listening and can't comment. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Danny. I'm sure she'll go back and put a thumbs up later. So I have my window. I have cucumbers, summer squash, zucchini. I have some parsley, and I have some lavender. And so I just put a couple of seeds in each cup. So I'm hoping that each one will grow. And I'm planning on, if I just get a little bit, I'm good and healthy. Good, Mindy. I'm just hoping to do a little bit and just try and get something out of a garden. It's becoming more of a necessity, I guess, now. I would love to think I could make a big, huge garden, but I've tried that before, to plant so much stuff, and then I'm not successful. So yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I know that zucchini and summer squash is really easy to grow. I've grown that before. And also uh all the things that I picked are pretty easy to grow. So we'll see how it happens. I put them in small containers, and then after a few weeks, I will go ahead and put them outside. And when I saw the video by Homestead Tessie, and she said you could get the seeds at the dollar store, that's so much cheaper than usually what I do is I'll wait until there are plants in the store, and then I will buy those, and then I will plant those, and then if they don't grow, you're out quite a bit of money. And I think gardening should be economical. Gardening should be something that you can do that is economical and worth it for you rather than, you know. Anyway, so we'll see what happens. I've got started and I'll be home. Originally, I kind of wanted to get some chickens this year. Tomatoes and peppers are pretty easy too. Yeah. The thing I didn't like about tomatoes, I had a friend at my church that gave me like 10, I don't know, 20 tomato plants or something. She started seeds and gave me all the ones. And so I was like, I'll just do all tomatoes this year. So I tried that one year, and then we ended up with those big tomato worms, and I couldn't handle it. They were so ugly. But that's when I had all little kids. So maybe now that I have boys in the house, maybe they would help me with those if I do get those tomato worms. That's the thing about planting and gardening when things happen that you don't expect. Like when this happened several years ago. Okay, so my son Ricky, who is 28, he was probably 12 or 13. So that was probably like 10 or 12 years ago. And we got the tomato worms, and then I went to the store. We have a store that has like gardening supplies, and they had a book that had all of the pestilence that you could get, and you look it up in the book and you see what you do to get rid of it. And that one, everything was a spray this on it, or this will kill it, that will kill it. And I'm like, what's the point of gardening if you're going to use pesticides? I mean, the point of gardening is that it's all good for you, not that you're going to put pesticides on it. So I remember my grandfather many years ago, he used to take those worms off and he would put them in a can and he would burn them. I don't know what you do, Mindy, if you get those, but you're in Texas. So I would imagine you have to water quite a bit because fortunately up here we have quite a bit of water and that's not a big problem. As a matter of fact, yesterday it snowed. And today it's supposed to be a little warmer. I don't know what the temperature is here. Okay, it's 55, but all week it said today was supposed to be 69. So I'm like, there must be a typo. It must be a typo. And it is 55 right now, and it is almost 3 o'clock. So we're probably past the highest temperature for the day. So I don't think we're going to get, well, it says 7 p.m. It's supposed to get to 62. Interesting. But then it says we're supposed to get snow again on Monday. So my desire for gardening was years ago, I wanted to have like a greenhouse and make a garden. I actually have an incubator to incubate eggs, but it all does take time, and you do have to kind of be dedicated to your home. Like you can't be the kind of person that is always going here, going there. You have to spend time at home, and you have to have a desire to kind of work at it daily and stuff like that. So I kind of thought I was going to be traveling more. I was planning on going to the Journey. Then I was planning on we were going to go to the Ark Encounter in April with the school. So that's all canceled. So I hope you guys are doing well. I mean, right now, everybody in my house is okay. It's just really hard. This morning, I was on the news. I watched some of the news to see, I tried to just be a big girl and watch the news and see what's going on so I could kind of have an idea of what they're saying is coming for the future. From what I could see, they were saying the worst for us is going to be May 1st. So we have this pestilence that is growing among us, and we don't know who is going to be suffering with it yet. So it's crazy. Then I have other people on my Facebook page that are saying, it's all just make believe, just go on with your life. It's not that big of a deal. I order my chicks from Ideal Hatchery and they come in the mail. They are super healthy. Awesome. I have ordered some from Murray McMurray, and we have had chickens through the years, and we have had I have incubated eggs also. Usually I think you have to get the fertilized eggs from a local. Can you order fertilized eggs, Mindy? My son bought an incubator last year, but we didn't use it. And so, yeah, so yeah, so I have friends that are doing, they don't get it. They think that this is all a hoax. I'm like, they're not going to close the entire country for a hoax. And then the other side of me is like, they're not telling us everything. They don't want us to just like freak out. So I'm trying to just trust the Lord that we're going to get through this. One thing that is a bright light in my life is that we know that the kids in China have been through this, and we have seen them come through to the other side. And today I had an awesome lesson with a kid who I've been teaching all along. I hadn't seen him in a couple of weeks, and I did change my schedule because I was going to be away for Journey. So then when I opened up my slots again, of course, he didn't fill them in. So I had him this morning, and it was so cool because I opened my camera and there he was, and it looked a little different, like where he was than what he normally, the background was a little different. And I said, "Are you at home?" And he said, "No, I'm at my grandpa's." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And so I saw this huge window in the back with like rungs on it. And I'm like, "Okay, this is interesting." Like he doesn't look like he's in an apartment. But then the lesson, it was so amazing. The lesson was about mountains and about um landforms. And so I'm going along a little bit, the title, and telling him what the lesson's about. And then he says, "I am in the mountains." And he grabs his iPad and he takes it and he shows me this amazing view of mountains. So he had mountains in his view. He showed me pigs. He had his grandfather had some pigs in a pen, and he also showed me on the other side where there was an island. So here we are talking about mountains, islands, and animals, and what animals live in these different places. And instead of me showing him pictures, he was like in the entire, like his world was the real prop. It was just one of those classes that just, you're just blown away. You're just blown away. You're like, this just is can't be real. But the thing that was really cool about it was Danny says to tell you she squashes the tomato hornworms under her flip flops. Good, yeah. That's what I don't wanna do, but I do have boys now. I have the boys, they could do that for me. They're just so gross. I'm like, "If I have to take care of these gross worms, I just can't handle it." But anyway, we'll see how it goes. So anyway, so I'm teaching along, and I'm just thinking, this boy is outside. I asked him how long it took him to get there. He said they drove in a car and it took them 5 hours. And I don't know if it was his mother's parents or his father's parents. I didn't ask that question. But he looked happy, and he was just this boy is usually one that he's antsy and he moves the iPad around a lot, and it's hard to keep his attention because you think he's just a boy. And so it was just the most amazing view and the most amazing picture. Yeah, it was just unbelievable. And, I was just thinking maybe that was a message from God that was saying to me that it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We're going to get through this. here's a boy that got through it himself, and he is okay. And I don't know if you can see it right there, but you can see the top of his head, but that was where the island was. There was water, and then there was land, and it was an island. So, yeah, it was really awesome. And I have seen only a few kids have given me a view of where they were. I've seen Hong Kong, and I've seen Shanghai, Beijing, and I've seen a few other places from the kids' windows, but I don't always ask that, you know, I don't always ask, and not every student can talk and carry on a conversation like that. And I think that the mom was right there, so she was answering questions as I was asking them. And but I did get through the entire lesson, and it was kind of cool because I did have extra time because I didn't have a booking right after his. So I was able to continue a little bit longer and not worry about rushing to another class. So I just wanted to share that because, you know, this here right here is a rainbow, and God does promise that he will be faithful. He is faithful. And no matter what happens, we can trust in him. And so I think that God was showing me that today because I had a really hard time sleeping. It's hard to figure out what's up ahead. We don't know what's up ahead, but you know what? God does. And so we just have to take it one day at a time and just try to get through this. And I'm so thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for the people that come and watch my video, and for people that have banded together to be an encouragement to one another. I've really enjoyed the VIP Kid teacher community and how many teachers I'm kind of getting used to it now, but like when I first started, I was like, "Oh my word, I am so privileged to be friends with all these teachers from all over the world." And we did a collaboration. I think it was on Monday. We had a bunch of teachers come together and just chit chat, and we shared where we were, and we were from all over the country, and it was really cool. And it's just really fun to get to know such amazing people with such amazing stories. So thank you so much. Now, I am going to be doing interviews on my channel from time to time. That's kind of why I got the Zoom link. And that by having that Zoom thing, I can interview someone on my channel and go live on YouTube. So tomorrow I'm going to be interviewing Todd Wells, and Tuesday I'm going to be interviewing Laura Rizdal, and I've become friends with her through the years, and it's been a great experience. Okay, so we are going to have it at um, 1 p.m. on Tuesday. So we were going to do it later because I scheduled it when we had classes, but we're going to do it at 1 p.m. on Tuesday since our schedules are kind of opened up. And then I'm going to the following Saturday, I'll do my regular live, and then I'm going to do another interview that later that day. I don't want to like put too many interviews on because then they won't be watched if I just try to overdo it. So if you would like to do an interview on my channel, and if you have any ideas, I love the collaborations. We might try that again another time, to just get together to encourage each other. And we kind of joined together privately, and then I kind of edited the video for Facebook or for YouTube. It was hard. That was really hard to cut out some of the conversations, but a lot of the stuff I cut out was myself because I was like, I didn't need to make that comment. I didn't need to like talk about that. I didn't need to, some of the stuff I'm like, cut that stuff out. And so, but it was a lot of fun making that video, and it was really a lot of fun to meet up with all those different teachers on my channel or on the Zoom link anyway. So Sunday we will be doing church by Zoom, and if anybody watches this and you're interested in watching what we do, we have a small country church. And what we're going to do for Sunday is we have like a Facebook group just for the church. And it's just for people that ask me to be church people and then any friends that we have that ask to be a part of it. I don't go around advertising about it except for on my YouTube channel. No, but I know that the only people who watch this are, if you want to be a part of it, you can message me on Facebook and I can let you in. And so what we do is we just put the church live, and then the church people can just access that. Usually for Sunday, they'll probably do it at the same time that we do the service. So what we're going to do is my family, we're going to go to the church and we're going to do the service, and it's just going to be us, but we're going to connect to the Zoom link. So yeah, so that's how we can kind of be together virtually as a church, and it will be live streamed on the Facebook group. And it's not going to be live streamed on YouTube or anything, just on that group. And so we're going to be, sing our hymns, and we're going to have our messages like we normally would, and then we'll see how it goes. I think a lot of churches are doing the same thing. And I saw on one of our town pages, someone said, "We're holding our church services. We don't care what you say. We're going to do it anyway." And a lot of people are very upset about it because, it's putting people in danger. So I think it's a really good opportunity that we can use the Zoom capability, and hopefully this will only be for a few weeks. Hopefully this won't be for too long, and we can be back to our schedules. Maybe after this, people will appreciate getting together, because sometimes people don't, they say, "Hey, I don't want to go to church, or I don't have to go to church," and now we can't go to church. So usually when you can't do something, you want it more than if you had the choice, right? So we'll see what happens, but I hope that you all stay well, and I hope that I can continue these, and that I'm praying that the virus would just go blow right over, and we will be back to normal life, and that it won't be too tragic. And I'm praying for President Trump. And I think that at a time like this, it doesn't matter what you think or what your opinions are. You just pray. You pray for the president, you pray for the leadership. Whether we like it or not, they are the ones making the decisions right now. And we need to pray that they can make the decisions, and that they get the counsel that is the best for all of us, and pray for our communities, pray for our governors, because they have a lot to do with it. Pray for our medical. I have a prayer list that I am making with my kids, and I'm adding to it as I hear new prayers. So it's really, the last week I've heard some really sad tragedies. So I'm praying for the families of some people that have had tragedy in their family, and it wasn't the virus, it was something completely different. So even though we have the virus looming over us, life happens. I have a friend that her husband fell off the roof of he's a construction worker, and he fell off the roof of a house yesterday, and he survived. So that was a huge blessing. And I think the Lord was spared him, because my friend is a really strong Christian. She prays every single day. She is a really amazing person, and I'm thankful that God spared his life. So we need to pray for his healing as well. So no matter what the virus brings, now we also have other things that are going to happen, so pray for each other, pray for one another, and ask God to continue to sustain us through the coming days. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Meredith, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. Happy teaching.